Moment. Smell. None.
Frequently.
When something happens frequently, it happens often.
We meet frequently, either at the beginning or ending of the week.
Announce. To announce something is to make it known.
He announced to everyone his new idea for the company.
Contrast. A contrast is the sharp difference between two things. Discover. To discover something is to find it for the first time.
I discovered some new information in this book.
Demand. To demand something is to say strongly that you want it.
The workers demanded to be paid more money.
Coach. Breathe. To breathe means to let air go in and out of your body. Indicate. To indicate means to show, point, or make something clear.
He pointed to his eyes to indicate where he had hurt himself.
Inform. To inform someone is to tell them about something.
I called and informed her about my idea.
Lower. To lower something is to make it go down.
The chart shows how his production has lowered over the year.
Block. A block is a solid piece of wood, stone, or ice.
I saw a block of ice on the floor.
Share. To share something is to give some of it to another person.
Jimmy shared his apple with me.
Schedule. A schedule is a plan that tells you when to do things.
What is your class schedule for today?
Frame. A frame is a border for a picture or mirror.
I have to get a frame for my friend's picture.
Protest. To protest something is to argue about it with someone.
The people protested the decision of the president.
Scholar. A scholar is a person who studies something and knows much about it.
The scholar knew much about art history.
Rid. To rid is to make a place free from something or someone.
We rid our home of mice by using traps.
Wet. If something is wet, it has water on it.
Since my dog was wet, he tried to shake all the water off his body.
Carve. To carve means to cut into something.
My father usually carves the turkey for Thanksgiving.
Severe. If something is severe, it is very bad or serious.
After hitting his hand with the hammer, Sam was in severe pain.
Dormitory. A dormitory is a school building where students live.
I will move into the dormitory at the beginning of the school year.
Calculate. To calculate is to find an answer using math. Commit. To commit to something is to promise to do it.
Seth wanted to go home, but he had committed to finishing the job.
Likeness. Likeness means the state of being like or resemblance.
Michelle bears a strong likeness to her older sister Kate.
Jewel. A jewel is a beautiful stone that is worth a lot of money. Liquid. A liquid is a substance that is neither solid nor gas.
Water is the most important liquid for life.
Reef. A reef is a group of rocks or coral that rise to or near the ocean.
He walked along the reef and looked at the water below.
Preserve. To preserve is to protect something from harm.
Dad sprayed a chemical on the house to help preserve its looks.
Downtown. The downtown is the center of most cities.
The downtown is filled with many tall buildings.
Sustain. To sustain something is to keep it going.
Wind power is a clean way to sustain a city with energy.
Hatred. Hatred is a strong feeling of not liking someone or something.
I have a hatred for the taste of medicine.
Awkward. If something is awkward, it is embarrassing and uncomfortable.
After dropping his coffee cup, Robbie felt awkward.
Tease. To tease someone means to laugh at or make fun of them.
Jake teased Charlie because he was the new student.
Sled. A sled is a small vehicle that you use on snow.
Marvin likes to ride his sled down the hill in winter.
Elbow. The elbow is the middle part of a person's arm that lets you bend it.
She pointed to her elbow to show me where she hurt herself.
Sensation. A sensation is a feeling a person gets from their senses.
Mom got a painful sensation in her head from the loud noise.
Dessert. Dessert is a sweet food that you eat after a meal.
Kayla wants ice cream for dessert.
Bloom. When a plant blooms, it makes flowers.
Roses look so pretty when they bloom.
District. A district is a small part of a city, county, state, or country.
I live in a residential district of Seattle, Washington.
Needle. Wrestle. To wrestle is to play a game where you try to push someone to the floor.
My dad loved to wrestle when he was in high school.
Blanket.
A blanket is a piece of cloth that you use to keep warm or to sit upon.
I laid a blanket on the ground so that we could have a picnic.
Deliberate. Aboard. When someone is aboard a ship or plane, they are on or in it.
They climbed aboard the kayak and paddled through the river.
Priority. Pharaoh. Tidy. Sympathy. Navigate. Affection. Affection. Faint. Spear. Pile. Tame. Pose. Peer. Optimist. Suspicious. Meanwhile. Tragedy. Gaze. Devastate. To handy, appliance, peer, optimist, fiery, immense, audible, utterly, trivial, private, cyberspace, recipe, gratitude, worthwhile, obstacle, armed, sprinkle, strategy, a slight, flush, leash, confuse, beloved, source, foresee, Strategy. A strategy is a plan for how to do something. Native. Search. Leather. Complicate. Retain. Idle. Soul. Dent. Cease. To cease means to analyze. Saucer. Moderation. Consent. Consent is permission to do something.
Their mother gave the children consent to go outside and play.
Migrate. Objective. Crucial. Frequency. Rainforest. Cumulative. Cumulative describes an increase by adding one after another. Utterly. Private. Armed. Strategy. Consent. Strategy. Strategy.